Hello friends, today we are going to calculate the moment of inertia with respect to centroid axis of given I section having the top and bottom flange as a 120 mm as a width and 10 mm as a thickness, as well as the web dimension as 230 mm as a depth and 8 mm as a thick. Now we have already solved this example earlier and the link for the same is shown in the description. But we are going to take the second method of assumption as, first of all, we have given the 120 by 10 mm as a flange part, hence the thickness of flange as a 10 and width of the flange as a 120 mm. Now height of the web is given as 230 mm and the thickness is given as 8 mm. Through which we are going to calculate the center of gravity. Now for this assumption, we are going to assume the wall area as a rectangle, means we are going to calculate the first part A as a full rectangle having the width as 120 mm and depth as 250 mm, out of which we are going to deduct the B part and C part having the depth as a 230 mm, but the width of the section as total 120 mm, out of which the exact center part is as a 60 mm, and from the center of 60 mm we have to remove this 4 mm part as a web, so remaining part is 56 mm at both the value. So our B part and C part having the dimension as 56 mm width and 230 mm as a depth. So for the calculation purpose we are going to calculate the wall rectangular area, and both the part of B and C is deducted from the part A. Now let us go for the calculation of center of gravity using the same assumptions as. Now going for the calculation by the tabular form, our first part A is wall rectangle and the dimension is, the area of the rectangular part is 120 into 250, which is equal to 30,000 in terms of mm square. Now xi means the CG distance of this rectangular part with respect to y axis, hence our CG distance is 120 by 2, which is equal to 60 mm. Similarly for yi, it is the half value of the height, hence it is 250 by 2, which is equal to 125. Now hx square and hy square is used for the moment of inertia. We are going to calculate this term afterwards. Now for part B, as a left side rectangular part having the area 56 multiplied by 230 as a height, which is equal to 12,880 mm square. Now for part B, the CG distance from y axis is exactly at half of the width as 56 by 2, which is equal to 28 mm, and y bar is from the bottom, so 10 plus 230 by 2, which is equal to 125 mm. Now going ahead for the part C, having the width as a 56 and depth as a 230, and the area is similar to the part B, which is equal to 12,880. Now for the CG distance of C part with respect to y axis is 56 plus 8 plus 56 by 2. So our answer is 56 plus 8, 56 by 2, which is equal to 92 mm. And for the yi from bottom of the x-axis, it is 10 plus 230 by 2, which is equal to 125 mm. Now going ahead for the calculation of CG, we have equation x bar is equal to sigma ai xi divided by sigma ai, which is equal to now a1 into x1. B and C part is removed from the part A, hence it is minus a2 x2 minus a3 x3 divided by sigma ai is a1 minus a2 minus a3, which is equal to, now taking the all values from the tabular form, hence a1 is equal to 30,000, x1 is equal to 60 minus a2 as 12,880 and x2 is equal to 28 minus a3 as a 12,880 into CG distance is 92 divided by a1 as a 30,000 minus a2 as a 12,880 and a3 as a 12,880. Now solving this value, we have x bar is equal to 60 mm. And if we go for the y bar, then our equation is a1 y1 minus a2 y2 minus a3 y3 divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3. Now let us put all the values from the equation, and by observing y1, y2 and y3, all the values are equal. It means that we can put the y is equal to 125 as a common value from the top, hence a1 minus a2 minus a3 divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3, hence our value is y and it is 125 mm. So by using the tabular form, we can calculate x bar and y bar, which is equal to 60 mm and 125 mm. And from symmetricity, we can directly take the value as a 60 and 125 as half of the width and half of the height. Now going ahead for the tabular form, which is going to use for the value of hx and hy, where hx is equal to y bar minus yi all square. Now y bar is 125, so our value is 125 minus yi means 125 all square, which is equal to 0. Similarly for all, our value is 0 for hx square. Similarly for hy square, our value is x bar minus xi. Now our x bar is 60, so first value is 60 minus xi as a 60 square, which is equal to 0. Now for second value, xi is 28, so 60 minus 28 all square, which is equal to 1024. Similarly for the third part, x bar is 60, x3 92 all square, which is equal to 1024. Now hx and hy is used for the parallel axis theorem, and the parallel axis theorem says that where ICG is particular moment of inertia for each part with respect to CG axis, A is A1, A2, A3 according to the given part, and Hx1 is calculated in the tabular form. Now let us put the values in the equation. Now for first part, which is rectangular, and for rectangular section, our value is BD cube by 12 plus AI HI square. So A1 into hx1 square. Now we have to calculate moment of inertia with respect to algebraic summation. It means that we have to remove B and C parts moment of inertia from the part A. Hence we have to deduct the moment of inertia for part 2, and for part 2 again the moment of inertia is bd cube by 12 plus a2 into hx2 square, and similarly for part C it is bd cube by 12 plus a3 into hx3 square. Now let us put the values from the tabular form. Now for part 1, B is 120, D as a 250 divided by 12 as a constant, plus A1 is 30,000 into Hx value is 0. Similarly Hx2 and Hx3 is 0, so it is directly cancelled from the equation. Hence the rest value is 56 230 cube by 12 for the second part. For this third part it is again similar to the part 2. Now calculating this term, we have Ixx is equal to 42.69 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Similar to the earlier calculation of part 1. Hence from the tabular form we can get the same data. For the Iyy axis, if we put the moment of inertia having the parallel axis theorem as now, for the part 1 our value is db cube by 12, but our hy is 0, hence it is ignored for a1 h1 square. Now going ahead for the second part, which is deducted from part 1, and the value is db cube by 12 plus a2 into hy2 square, and for third part again it is rectangular, hence db cube by 12 plus a3 into hy3 square. Now let us put all the values from the tabular form as. Now for D and B the value is 250 120 cube by 12 minus for dB cube our value for D is 230 and B is 56, hence 230 56 cube by 12 plus A2 is 12,880 and hy2 square as a 1024, and both the value are equal for the B and C part, hence it is twice for B and C part. Now solving this term, we have Iyy is equal to 2.89 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So we can calculate the moment of inertia with respect to different assumption of the part, as we solve in the earlier case as well as the same case. Thank you.